Hi, my name is Matt and welcome to the next part of the tutorial. Today we'll create a camera collision system. We will also learn how to do rain and line casting, and then we will quickly go through some details. So let's jump into Unity. So this is what we left off, and first let's change our scene. I'm gonna add some cubes. Let's scale them. I pressed Ctrl D to duplicate one. Let's do something like this. And then let's take another one, rotate it by 90 degrees, move it over here. And all this building, let's move over here, rotate a little bit, just like that. And now I'm gonna drop them on terrain, so that everything is the child of terrain, and that I'm gonna add a tag, click plus, call it terrain. Click all of those and set tag to terrain. And as you see before, because they have colliders, I cannot really go through them, but my camera can, and it's a little bit weird actually. So let's move actually this little bit down, so that I just okay. And now, as you can see, I can go through everything with my camera. This is not cool, so let's change that. So open up camera movements. Sorry for interrupting the video, MonoDevelop hates me. Anyway, before we do any of our genius camera collisions, let's quickly change a little bit our camera movement script. So I need temporary vector 3, private, which I'll call destination, or just dest for sure. And now I will type destination equals this, and then every frame I will move my camera position, player cam.position equals, and in order to just type destination, I will type vector3.lerp, which is linear interpolation between player cam.position to in dest in time delta time multiplied, let's say 10 times. Now let's see this in action. And first thing you notice, it's much smoother, and effect is much nicer. It's much easier to just move camera on the opposite side No, I mean when I'm turning right, I move camera 180 degrees and stuff like that, so you might find your orbiting speed too big. So let's decrease this and decrease also this value. Actually, vertical speed was okay. So let's type 45. Yes, it's much smoother. But the reason I did that is now it would be much easier to make our camera collision. So in order to do that, just type if physics dot line cast from center point that position into destination out hit, and I've forgotten actually to add variable called raycast hit. So now let me just print camera collision. Oh, I've typed print. Sorry. Okay, so now as you can see, my log is saying camera collision. So let me quickly explain what's happening here. The idea is simple. We take the center point, which while the game goes should be somewhere over here, and we ask go from center point to our destination vector, which is somewhere near the camera probably. Go through the line, and if there is anything on it, return true. And when it returns true, we print this. But now we're gonna check if this thing what it is between our center point and our destination point is tagged as a terrain, because when it is, our camera must change its position. So let's type if hit, which is this variable, and this variable stores information about the hit of line cast, that collider, that compare tag, terrain, and when so, I want to move my camera to the point that that the line found the something tagged as terrain first time. So just type player camera that position equals hit that point. And as you see, it works really well. Just let me check one thing. No, it's okay actually. And it's also good to add some offset, so let's type plus, hit that normal, which is vector 3 of course, and like multiply this by 1.30f. Believe it's enough. Hopefully it will be. It is, but something's not working here. I mean, you probably won't see it unless you spend some time, but you see when I'm starting to run, everything behaves strangely and no one knows what's happening. And let me pause. That's because vector3.lerp and line casts and raycasts also should be done in fixed update. So let's type fixed update. Now wait for scripts to compile, and as you see, everything goes really fluently, and our camera is colliding. Another problem is that we can go, or we cannot. Let me. Okay, so it's pretty damn okay, but it may happen that we will go into our player like that, and in order to fix that, it's good to change this near value to lowest possible is 0.01, and now it's really hard to go into our player, because we need to physically move camera into his mesh, which generally does not happen on the game. Okay, so that's orbiting camera. So we've reached the end of the 6th part of the tutorial. Hope to learn something. In the next tutorial I will probably show you some sort animations, if I will have time to make them, and then we will go through promised customizable input. So thanks for watching, stay tuned, and bye.